What's going on, everybody? What's up? Mr. Favor's back. A little late today, guys. I appreciate y'all being understanding. I know sometimes I don't always get to come on at 12 noon because it don't always be convenient, if we can say that. But sometimes I come on at 12, sometimes I come on a little after, sometimes it be like 12:30. But I try to get on between 12 and 1 o'clock to kind of hang out with you guys. Hope you all are having a great day. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend and you was able to get a lot of things done, a lot of festivities. Pray that you all had a wonderful church service on yesterday and God moved in your place of worship. And what can I say? He showed up and he moved mightily at the temple on yesterday, and we're forever grateful for what God is doing in the lives of his people and in the heart of the ministry, and just to God be the glory. So many praise reports, testimonials. People are being blessed. They're going forward and moving forward in the things of God, and it's just a blessing. But anyway, and I pray that all of that is happening for you guys. You all are continuing to grow and produce and become productive and all that good stuff. Good evening to everybody that's coming in. God bless you. Pray that all is well. This is Mr. Favor back for the Midday Monday Nugget. Hope you all are having a safe, successful, and productive day. A lot of you on lunch and just going to grab you something to eat. And I'm about to do the same thing when I get off this live. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm going to be very quick, guys. I'm not going to be on. Want to say thanks to everybody that tuned in on last Monday. Last week was Memorial Day. It was a holiday. But we had a lot of people join in on the Midday Monday Nugget. I did not come on Monday night because of the holiday, but I will be back tonight. I will be back tonight at 7 p.m. for another edition of Back to the Bible. So don't miss it. Don't miss it. Coming back tonight at 7 p.m. So don't miss the segment tonight. Good evening to everybody. God bless you. Pray that all is well. What's going on? Got some Timberlights on the live. What's happening? What's happening? Pray that you all are doing great on this wonderful Monday midday. And so, but tonight, we coming back tonight, picking back up on that great segment and ministering to men and ministering to, hello, how you doing? Good to see you. Got some new faces on. I don't have my glasses on, but good evening to everybody. God bless you. Pray that all is well. All right, guys, let me get right to it so I can get off of here. Got to go. Look here. I want to talk to some of the business. Oh, okay, that's your cousin. Okay. How you doing, cousin? Yeah, I know. That's a new face. Okay. Well, welcome, cousin. Welcome to the Midday Monday Nugget. God bless you. So I want to kind of encourage you guys today, especially those of you that are that's in business or looking to get in business, or you have any type of product or something like that. Let me talk to you, all right? Let me talk to you. And let me talk to those who also support those who produce a product or a clothing line, or you make cologne or beauty products, whatever kind of business you have as it relates to distributing different supplies and things like that. I want to encourage you guys. There's nothing wrong with putting a price tag on your merchandise, because it costs money to make your merchandise. Okay, it costs money to make your product, and so people have to understand that everything is not free. Okay, I've been talking to some people here lately, and I've pretty much been telling them, it costs money to make your product. It costs money to make your merchandise. And so people have to be understanding of that, and they got to be willing to support, not just benefit from your product, but they need to support your product. And how they support your product is they give you donations, and it's all right to set prices on your merchandise, because that's a part of your business. You're in business. This is not just something that you're trying to it's not just advertisement, but it's also your business. And so you have to pay the vendors. You have to pay for the design. You got to pay for the different ingredients that goes into your product, what kind of product it is. I mean, that's a service. That's not just advertisement, but that's your service, especially if you got employees, and that's different. If you got employees, that's a part of their uniform, so you provide them with hats and shirts and things like that. But when you start getting into the clothing line, and you start, working towards a different type of revenue and avenue of revenue, then people need to understand that, there's nothing wrong with you setting a price, or you are charging for your product. I mean, that's no different than them going to the mall. This is what I tell people, and you got people that got a problem with giving you something towards your business. And the reason why they have a problem with that is because they want to benefit from you, but a person cannot say that they are supporting your business, but they never want to give you anything to invest or to help continue to continue to help you to run your business. Okay, that's not support. If you're just benefiting from it, you're just getting and receiving, you're never giving back, that's not support. You're benefiting from that business. And a person has a right to ask for, to set a price or whatever. And you, as the consumer, you have a decision whether you want to contribute or purchase or not. Okay? And if they're giving it to you, that's one thing. But a lot of times people give the first product away as a promotion, but a lot of times people expect that all the time, and that's not fair to the merchant who is trying to sell or to get their business off the ground. You'll never be able to see a profit in your business if you just giving everything away. That's just like me in trucking. I mean, I can't go out on these jobs and haul for free. I got to pay insurance. I got a truck payment on this truck. I got fuel costs. I got maintenance costs. So I can't just show up on a job and work for free. You know what I'm saying? I'm not rendering my services for free. I'm in business to render my service, but I'm also looking for compensation for the service that I render, and that's how that goes, guys. So and so I just want to encourage you. And a lot of people, I don't feel comfortable charging. Yeah, but you in business, and it's costing you to get this product made, and so you don't want to keep taking money out of your business and you don't see no return. And as long as you allow people to do those things, they will continue to do it. And so, because it's a business, if If you don't want to pay for the merch, then you don't get the merch. You got the other one as a promotion. And so from here on out, we need to hear some notifications going off on Cash App, or need to be digging in that left or that right pocket. Nobody's entitled to anything as it relates to business. When it comes to business, there is no entitlement. There's no hookups. All of those types of things have to go out the window, because you're in business now. Your mindset has to change. Your attitude has got to change. Your disposition has got to change. And that's too many. This is why we don't see a lot of businesses make it. A lot of businesses start, but they don't make it. They don't survive because they're not maintaining their business well, because a lot of people are not contributing or giving back to the business. And you can't afford to let everything be free. You can't afford not to put a price on something. You know what I'm saying? They may buy one product and you may throw in something, as a complimentary gift or something like that for being a repeat customer. They're a customer that does business with you on a regular basis, so you're gonna give them certain discounts and things like that. That's understandable. But for people who just want something for nothing, you got to cut those type of people off. You understand what I'm saying? Because you would never be able to build your business. You'll never be able to build your brand to the level of its potential until you begin to set some guidelines, some stipulations, and you got to be able to, establish some type of structure as relates to pricing, because you got to give back to the business. And let me talk to all the business owners out here. You can't just work your business and make good money and don't put money back into your business. Okay? You can't invest more in your luxury and in your leisure, and you never put anything back to your business. Who is that? What's up, James? What's up, little brother? What's going on? Let's see. Who else I missed? What's happening, little brother? And so I've been talking to a lot of business owners here lately, and they've been. So remember, guys, anything that I bring up on the lives, it is because I'm getting a lot of people that's reaching out to me. And so these are some of the concerns. These are some of the things that I cover. And so a lot of times people bring me different concerns, questions, and things like that. So, and if y'all remember, probably about a few months ago, I said I'm going to start using some of these nuggets as time to answer questions and to address certain issues that people are dealing with in business. So I'm using this ministry as it relates to helping other people. No, sir. Cash App, $, and you know the rest. You always trying to. I done told you about playing with me, young man. Didn't I tell you about playing with me? I done told you. Stop playing with me. You take that little laugh out loud emoji off my screen. And I done told you about playing with me. But anyway, this crazy James up here trying to be a distraction to me. But anyway, so a lot of the stuff I'm talking about, it is concerns and things that people have. And so I just want to just answer a lot of the questions that a lot of people are sending in. So I hope that answers y'all question. I hope that answers your question. You know who you are, business owners. I hope that helps out. Hope that answers your question. And please, ladies and gentlemen, if you see somebody starting out in business, getting a foot off the ground, Don't sit back and talk about them and make fun of them. If you can help them, please help them. If you got information or some type of, if you got some information that can benefit them, if you got a contact or somebody that you can connect them to, if you can't help them, the worst thing you can do is talk about them. If you're not trying to help somebody, don't talk about them, okay? If you see them struggling over there, go over there and offer an assistance and try to help them to get their footing, or, hey, I've been where you are. I had to start from scratch as well. Let me show you some pointers, or let me give you some nuggets that can save you a lot of time and save you some money. And in whatever way I can help you, I'm here to help you. You know what I'm saying? Let's not be spectators, or let's not be judges that's sitting on the sideline looking at people have it hard. A lot of times I see guys come out here in the business. They may not have the best equipment, but they got what they could afford. And so sometimes they may have issues with the truck. I'm not too slowful to jump out my truck and walk over there and see what I can do and pass along a number or two. Call this guy, he can help you out, or this guy, they work in tires, or whatever the case may be, because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? And I don't care where you are. Where you are is not where you started. Everybody has a starting place, and you never should forget your starting place. I don't care how good you're doing now. I don't care how blessed you have become. Never forget where you started, and never forget that somebody had to help you to get to where you are right now. And you might not need the type of help now that you did before, but remember, you needed help too, just like me and everybody else. We did not get to where we are by ourselves. Somebody had to help us get to where we are, okay? And never forget the bridge. Never forget the bridges that helped us to get across, okay? So when you see somebody struggling, when you see somebody having a hard time, or if you see somebody selling something or trying to get their business off the ground, even if you don't want, like for example, somebody's selling some food or they selling something, even if it may not be your cup of tea, but it's not about so much you can use it. It's the fact that you seeking to support their business. You want to sow into that work, okay? And somebody else can benefit from it. Buy the shirt and then bless somebody else with the shirt, okay? But you are supporting that young lady or that young man who's trying to get the business off the ground, okay? Or that person that's opening up whatever type of business it is. If they do car washing, go over there and let them wash your car. You know what I'm saying? And support that business. And if they do a good job, and if they just starting out, they may not be the best of the best, but the more they continue to do it, they're going to get better at what they do. And so you go over there and support them and give them a tip. You know what I'm saying? These are things that I do. I follow the principles that I teach and I talk about. So I never share things with others that I don't do myself, okay? And I believe that's why God has blessed me so. That's why I'm so blessed, man. I'm able to help others and give back to other people, and it don't even hurt me. So God blesses you. He'll put you in a position like that to where you could be a blessing to other people, and it won't even hurt you, okay? So that's the thing that I want to share with you guys, and it's nothing like it, man. It's nothing like it to put the seed and to put a smile on somebody's face who may have been feeling discouraged, who may have been feeling like they're not able to, they're not making any progress, especially when you whatever you started with, you put it all in, you invest every dime you got. So you are riding on the success of your decision, and you are praying and hoping that people will come and support and help push your business. Okay, so there's a lot of people out here that are actually they're living in fear because they don't know whether or not they're gonna make it. They don't know what this economy gonna do, and so you don't know who you're helping as it relates to helping them keep their doors open, benefiting them and whatever the case may be. Sometimes I go places and the customers may be low because of the economy, the way things are. People are not eating out as much. So a lot of the restaurants are suffering. A lot of places are suffering. A lot of your food trucks and a lot of these other businesses. That's why a lot of these restaurants, they're shutting down and they're going to the food trucks. So they're taking the food truck and they're going to different locations because it's more economical. It's more financial. It's more of a financial benefit to shut down the restaurant and go to the food truck. Okay, so there are people. You got to be flexible if you're going to survive this economy. If you're going to be able to maneuver and you be able to navigate through a lot of the changes that are taking place. You got to be flexible. You got to be willing to move when you have to move. Okay, when one place don't have a lot going on, you got to be willing to shift. You got to move. That's why I did a nugget on building relationships and networking in your business or your line of work that you do. You got to network. You can't just depend on one source, or shall I say resource. God should be your source, but you shouldn't be just depending on one resource to provide the work or the whatever you need. You got to be able to maneuver. You got to make a phone call and say, look, do you need anything? Yes. Head this way. And you got to be able to navigate your way through. You got to be able to communicate. Communication is very key. You can't be sitting in the box or having somebody else to find out information for you. That's not very professional. If you are a business owner, you ought to be able to communicate for yourself, not be able to send somebody else to inquire information for you, bring it back to you. No. That's not being professional. Okay? You got to be able to go to individuals and communicate with them one-on-one. Build that business decorum and build that relationship with them so that you can establish your name. You can establish you can establish your business and your relationship with that individual. Okay? You don't want to be known through somebody else's name. You want people to know you by your own name. Okay? So you don't want to, I tell people, you don't want people to know you by Favor's name. You want people to know your own name. Whether you go through Favor or not. Yeah, I know Favor, but who are you? You don't want that. You don't want to be dependent on or riding on somebody else's name. Establish your own name. Okay? Because if you're in business, people need to know your name so they can know what kind of business you offer and render. Okay? So that's just a little piece of advice. You don't have to receive it, but it makes sense. Okay? Somebody's listening. This might not be for everybody, but somebody's listening. Okay? All right. So that's my nugget today, guys. And I hope it helped you all out today. Y'all continue to be safe. Have a blessed day. All right? Don't be afraid to set that structure. Put that price on your merch, okay? You're in business. You got to see a profit. You got to continue to build and to restructure, okay? So it has to be something coming in if you're going to have something to keep building, something to keep you maintained until you are able to get to a place to where your finances begin to work for you. All right. So you want your finances to work for you, and have multiple businesses going on at the same time. Okay. I don't just do dump trucking. All right. So if I'm not in this truck, that don't mean I'm not working, and that don't mean I'm not making any money. Okay. So a lot of people get it twisted. Oh, his truck ain't moved today, he must not be working. Nah, that's not true. That's not true. That's because my truck ain't working, or my truck hasn't moved that particular day. Doesn't mean I didn't work. I could have worked early that day, because you don't have to work all day to have a good day. Okay? So you cannot assume that a person is not doing a thing because you don't see the evidence of them doing it on the level that you looking to see it. Okay? And so that's why you got to keep people out your business, y'all. That's why you got to keep people out your business. There are more people should be wondering what you're doing than knowing all your business. There's a whole lot of people be wondering where I'm doing and where I'm at. I ain't worried about what they doing. I could care less what they doing. And that's what you got to do. You keep your business private. You work your business. People just want to know your business. They don't want to invest. They don't want to support. They just want to know. And so sometimes you have to protect your assets. You got to protect your business. You got to protect your profit by learning what to keep private and what to reveal to others. Okay? Wisdom teach you that. It's wisdom. So, and once you get established, this is for the established business owners. Once you get established, start investing into other business entities. Start investing into other avenues of income. Okay? Don't just let that one business be your primary. Start investing money in other areas. Make investments in other things so that revenue can continue. Whether your primary or what you consider to be your primary business is running or not, you're not short of income because your revenue is still coming in. It may not be coming in just from this particular business, but you got other things that are working for you. Okay? Invest your money into things that where your money can work for you and you not work for your money. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. We got to be wise, guys. Stop complaining about the economy. Stop complaining about the politics and the politicians, because that's where your faith should not be in them anyway. Your help comes from the Lord. And so, get away from people that's sitting up always talking about politics and politicians and this person and that person, and it's so hard out here. Get away from them. Get away from them. You get around people who are doing something, who are investing, who you can glean from. Do your research. Find out some good investment entities or programs, and you start investing your money, saving your money. Okay, you gotta get away from all of this negativity, because them same people don't have no more than you got. They sit up talk with you about how hard it is, how rough it is, but ain't nobody doing nothing to change it. Okay, so conversation like that is not edifying, it's not beneficial to you, and it's not going to push you to do better and do more. Okay? So watch your circle, watch your connections, and make wise investments, make wise decisions. Trust God, acknowledge God in all your ways. Let him direct your path. All right? I gotta go. This was really, really good. This was worth the time. See, when you're talking good, time go by fast. And so, so that's all I got to say. So I hope this encourage you guys and help you along the way. All right. This is Mr. Favor. I'll see y'all tonight, 7 p.m. AGA will be back tonight at 7 p.m. Looking forward to hanging out with you all. Thanks to the Midday Monday crew. Appreciate your support, representing, and hanging out with your boy. I got to go. This is Mr. Favor. I'm out of here. Peace.